another episode of Three Hungry Guys. And I'm Michael Villapoto, your host. And I'm really excited about today's episode because this is what I really want to do a show about. Independent restaurateurs who are success stories. Giuseppe Cataldo and his girlfriend come down from New York, don't have a dime in their pocket, but he lands a job with a restaurant that's struggling. And it happens to be an owner that's an investor and not an operator. He convinces the owner to sell him the business, and within 2 years, he triples sales and opens a second location here on Creedmoor Rd. A great success story, and it's one I want to tell you about. So my guests today are Samantha and Tu, and they're already enjoying a cocktail, and I can see they didn't even bother to buy me a drink, and I'm picking up the tab. You'd think they'd be able to splurge with my money.
Cheers!
We're in the kitchen of Serena restaurant. I'm with owner Giuseppe Cataldo. We're going to make a dish called arancine. Probably not pronouncing it right. We're talking several generations of restaurateurs working here today. So
this is my mom Gina, and this is my father Tony. It's arancina. But today we're going to make arancine. We're going to make more than one. Let's cook. We're going to sweat some white onions first, celery, carrots, minced garlic, sage, rosemary, thyme. Because of our Sicilian roots, North African style of seasoning called merguez seasoning. Then we have short rib, chuck, and brisket blended. This is our homemade tomato sauce, grated pecorino and grana blended, and then peas, which is the classic way of having the meat stuffing inside your arancini. I've got chicken stock, saffron, and I'm waiting for it to boil. Boil rice. We're gonna boil it. Gonna pour the onions in. Make sure all the onions get coated with olive oil. We're going to add grana padano and pecorino romano. Ottimo.
Perfetto.
We've got rice. I'm gonna pat it down. I'm gonna add our beef core, and we're slowly going to wrap it around. And that's the first stage of making that arancina. Next, flour. We're gonna use an egg wash, and then breadcrumbs. And there you have it. Sicilian arancina. Ready for cooking. Perfetta.
we're at the final stages of the arancini. So Giuseppe and his dad prep and make and get everything prepared. Now we're going to deep fry the arancini, and John here is going to do that for us and plate it and show us how it's garnished.
So we got the arancini right here. It's going to go in the deep fryer for a minute to a minute and a half.
Hey everyone, so I'm checking in from the North Raleigh location. There are 2 Sereno locations here, one in North Raleigh and one in RTP. So the North Raleigh location is perfect for family dinners, big celebrations, and they're only open during the dinner time. The other locations are really good for lunch. They have a really busy, great lunch hour with a lot of great specials, over 20 beers on tap, and also they're open for dinner also with a big patio. There's a lot of games you can play while you wait. It's a really fun environment to have dinner and bring people you love and share a great meal. And also I want to include my favorite drink, Alavio. It is a prickly pear puree with champagne. For all the ladies out there who don't like drinking, this is something you have to try the next time you're here.
Okay, so we got our arancini. We also ordered the octopus dish. Why we tried the octopus, you know, I grew up in an Italian family and had octopus 1,000 ways. They never had it here. They serve it with hummus. Kind of unique. We're going to dig in and have some dinner.
The octopus is kind of charred. Outside it's kind of like crunchy. Inside it's really sweet.
The octopus, like you said, it's got a nice char in it, but it's very tender and flavorful. It's not dried out at all. The creaminess of the hummus just goes well.
I love the arancini, you know, the breadcrumbs that he used earlier gives it a nice outside texture, super creamy on the inside. The spices are super good.
It's a really complex but really comforting dish.
You feel like you're in Sicily.
Yeah.
You're not going to find this in any local Italian restaurant.
No.
It's definitely not any of the chain restaurants.
So we are back with our next course. This is a trout that was raised in North Carolina, and it comes with a simple quinoa. This is an Italian style dressing that goes with the trout that it's supposed to be delicious together. This over here is a Louisiana shrimp that's much sweeter and it comes with a pepper sauce.
And lastly, we have our Harlem style pork tenderloin, which comes in a spicy red pepper sauce, and it should be super yummy. Very tender, very juicy. The beans add a nice flavor to it. Very authentic.
Restaurants in Raleigh. This one came into town about 2 years ago, and the Sicilian twist on it brought in a whole complex menu, which was very interesting.
Well, I have the homemade gnocchi made out of ricotta with the Viviana cream sauce, and it's phenomenal.
It's fabulous. The pasta is authentic.
And I have the rigatoni with the endicott. The thing that's amazing about this, my favorite dish here, this tomato sauce is just like my mother's tomato sauce, who was a full-blooded Sicilian.
I've got the gnocchi as well. It's fantastic, and I've got the chicken speedies on top of it. I'm from back home upstate New York, and chicken speedies are kind of signature, so these are fantastic. In high school, we used to go to Giuseppe's dad's pizzeria, a couple slices and a soda every day for 4 years.
There you go. And that's it for this episode. We had a great meal at Serena's.
Hey, Mike, where you going?
I'm riding off into the sunset.
You can, but the last time you took that, you ran into a fence.
You ran into a fence?
You don't know how to drive one of these?
I don't want to die.
It
Let's
can't
go.
be. I'm sorry. We're out of here. Let's go.
You know, that actually is a true story. I did crash into a fence, but it only kept me from going into the swimming pool behind it. Well, that's all for this episode. See you next time. Ciao.
Going.
I was gonna ride off into the sunset.
You can, but the last time you took the bike, you ran into the fence.
You crashed?
Oh my god.
Do you even know how to drive one of
I don't
these
have
things?
insurance for my teeth.
I-
Let's go.
Let's go. We're out.
You, let's go. Come
I
on.
kind of
Bye.